So the amount of water I drank today
It's
was ridiculous.
it's insane.
One of these bottles, there was 2 drinks. So each drink was $1.
So speaking of right before you were talking about buying a pair of jeans, I don't like taking pictures with you anymore.
Why?
I just don't.
Okay.
I don't know if it's my narcissism kicking in. Everybody's like, man, Nick looks so good. Nick looks so good. Fuck me, I guess. Just fuck me.
Huh.
Nah, I think it's awesome to see people that like haven't seen you and like with the like in that picture especially like showcases how much weight you've actually lost.
Oh, I know. I'm actually down another 7 pounds.
That is crazy.
So I only have to lose another 43.
And they say, he cleans up nice. Little do they know, I also dressed you.
I went and got my own haircut though.
And you did get your own haircut. I did tell you high fade though, and you listen.
I didn't tell him that at all. I just said fade. And he started going, oh, you want a 3 or 4 top or blah, blah, blah. I said, I have no clue. I've been to a barber once.
Fuck me up, G.
Do whatever. Whatever you think will look all right. And this is what he did. So
did you like look, do you see, I know you don't, but the whole thing with Britney Spears with I don't even know what it's called, courtship or...
I know something about her dad. Her dad has control over her money, and something about her being held hostage. I don't know. It makes no sense to me. Basically,
like when she
like she's able to go out in public, but she's bitching about being held hostage.
Not really.
Like, I don't know.
Not really. I mean, yeah, you can go out in public, but like she has no control over her money. I can't remember the name of it now, and it's gonna really bother me.
I don't know. At the end of the day, like, go get a job then. Like, I don't know, start over. Whatever.
That's
I don't
not
know
how that works.
Why not?
That's just not how that works. You can't. It's still all everything she owns is under her father. Like her father controls it.
She couldn't go start a new bank account.
No, I don't think so. I don't think that's how that works. But
like, I don't know. At least to get by for right now. Like, I don't know. Motherfucker, get a job.
You want to get a job at like McDonald's?
Do whatever. Start from the bottom, like we all had to.
It's not how that works.
I don't give a why not. That's how it worked for me. That's how it worked for me. Why is she different? Is she a fucking lizard person or some shit, or doesn't have thumbs, motherfucker? She can get a job.
Britney Spears.
So what? Get a little disguise then. Wear a little disguise and be like, motherfucker, like, like, I gotta wear this disguise all the time, right? Like, I'm Britney Spears, motherfucker. Like, I don't know. Dress her up as a man. I don't know. You're telling me you couldn't do that nowadays? Get the fuck out of here.
The point is, she has millions of dollars that she can't touch because it's not under her control.
Which, I mean, that's all I know. Why does her dad have control of it?
Because she's not mentally stable.
So what's money gonna, like, I don't know. Oh no, she pissed it all away at once. Like, I don't know, it's hers to do that. Like, I don't know, if she wants to end up homeless tomorrow, she can.
She has so much money, it's not really like... That's a kind of like a generational wealth thing. Like, you could spend it all, but it'd be very hard to spend it all type of thing. But,
why isn't she allowed an allowance or something then?
I mean, I'm sure she is, but, like, she can't, like... She can't eat certain foods and all this other stuff, and like she can't decide, like, if she wants to go on tour, she can't make those decisions. But like her dad thought she was mentally able to go do a residency in like Las Vegas. It's a weird thing, and I really wish I'm gonna Google
I don't know much more about it.
But I forgot the name of it. You should just get a job. Conservatorship. That's what it's called. A conservatorship is granted by a court for individuals who are unable to make their own decisions, like those with dementia or other mental illnesses. Spears' conservatorship is split into 2 parts. One is for her estate, and one is for her financial affairs. So she has no control over.
So did she have to sign those papers, or?
I honestly don't know.
Can you just kind of like go do that to people?
If you can prove, like, and she had that like mental breakdown.
That to Joe Biden.
I think you have to be like.
No, I don't know. I'm just talking shit.
I think you
go get some random motherfucker. That was the first
Well, there's a movie on Netflix. I can't remember the name of it, but it's kind of about that. This woman like goes around to these old people and like takes their fucking wealth or something and puts them in homes because it's for their better. Like, that's fucked up, and that shit really happens. You can just do that. I mean, I'm sure there's like ways.
Did you see? Speaking of just being able to do that, you ever seen that story about the dude that got this multi-million-dollar house for like $16 because he squatted in it for so long and then just changed the locks, and by law, like, it was his house now or something? Dude, it was some wild and he like they took him to the house owners, took him to court, and they were like, it's his. Like,
yeah,
there's nothing you could do about it. He went through the legal loophole and got the fucking house, you know, for $16 or whatever it was.
There's like legal loophole. There's squatters' rights. Like, they have rights to be in houses and shit. And I don't know, that shit's all weird to me. But yeah, I totally believe that. Could you imagine getting $1 million house for $16 just by staying in it and never paying for anything? He kind of fucked himself though, because now he like has to pay taxes on it.
Just it takes a year for the bank to take it.
Start the process all over again.
Fuck you.
I think that.
And you got at least 2 years before they kick you out.
And then just go find another house. Obviously, it's not that important to you. Or maybe he sold it. Is that like a thing?
I don't know. I guess you'd have to do a little more research into it. We should do some more research.
I'm gonna start squatting in houses and selling them.
It's a housing boom right now.
Yeah, fuck you.
All we need is like 3.
Yeah, we'll be golden. I'll put you on a conservatorship.
Yeah.
I honestly don't see, like, if Kaylee came up to me and was like, look, you are fucking stupid with money, I would look at her and be like, yes, I am. Like, and she was just like, I'm going to manage all your money and I'm going to give you an allowance and this is what you can spend. I don't think I would be that upset about it.
Nah, I wouldn't do it.
I squander money like nothing.
That's fine. So do I. It's yours to do with what you want. Motherfucker, fuck you.
But again, I also think it's one of those things where, like, I would get pissed off if that right was taken from me, and then I'd, like, throw a fit because I couldn't do it anymore. Like, damn, I really wish I could have bought that rubber ducky, but I have $3 in my allowance.
An allowance with your own money. Like, no, you got me fucked up.
Well, that's what I'm saying with the whole Britney Spears thing. You get a different job. She has millions of dollars.
I would have never signed it over in the first place.
I don't really think she had a choice, because it was all that time, like, she shaved all her head and, like, spazzed out. I don't know. That whole thing is really weird to begin with, because, like, she was such a huge star, and, like, she got pushed. You know, like, I don't know. I couldn't live like that. Like, people just never letting you have any type of privacy. Taking photos of your kids all the time, like going to their school. I don't know. That would probably drive me insane, too. I'd punch some motherfuckers.
I would, yeah.
And that's how you get in conservatorships, because you're mentally unstable. And you can't make rational decisions.
I'd show them an unrash decision. You want to see an unrash decision, motherfucker?
What would you do?
I don't... First thing that came to my head. Most ridiculous motherfucking thing I could do with what I had at the time.
I bet you would, like, shit on the floor.
Dude, no. I'd do something... I don't know. I'd have to ram into something. That's just... I've always wanted to.
Like in a car?
Yeah, or something. Whatever I had. Whatever I could get my hands on to drive, I'd have to ram into something. Like, I've always just wanted to. I don't know. You never wanted just... Like, you're driving and just... not take your foot off the gas when everyone's braking. Like, I don't know, I just don't even really feel like it, you know? And you wait till the last second and you finally hit the brakes.
That's kind of like suicidal.
Not even, though. Like, I don't know,
I get it, though, because you're like,
what would happen?
What's going to happen?
Like, what would happen? Like, remember that video game in Need for Speed or whatever the fuck it was, and you had to do as much damage as you possibly could? Yeah, that's what it was. Like, I don't know, just do as much damage as you could, like, in one shot.
I don't think you could do that much damage, not with a car anymore.
I don't know, just the most ridiculous thing I could think of at the time.
Would you hit a person or like
probably not. I don't know, it depends what the situation was.
Structure?
Someone's take a picture of my kid and shit, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, that's
take a picture of this. Like...
I'll give you something newspaper.
I don't know.
I do think we would make very bad famous people. We would be those famous people that, like, squandered all their money, like, immediately, and then work at like your dad shot for the rest of our lives, and we're like, we learned a lot in that short period of time.
I don't know. I think I would do it differently if I got another large sum of money.
Yeah, see, I've never had a large sum.
I don't know. Hindsight's always 20/20. I'm looking back now at all the things that I should have done with it and where I would be now. Like, my mom tried to get me to buy a house cash. Just cash. Bam, paid for. Throw a tenant in the thing, rent it out or whatever, and you could have the thing. Dude, it would have been paid off by now. And we're in a market, fucking housing boom right now. Like,
yeah, but that was.
I could have been sitting pretty right now.
That was 10 years ago. You should have invested.
It would have been paid off in 10 years.
Oh, it would have been paid off before then, I'm sure.
And right now, I could have sold it. Sold it for, I did it, it was like fucking a $40,000 house or whatever it was, or $38,000 house. Like, dude, I could have sold it for $100,000 right now. I'd have been sitting on $100,000 right now. I could have been moving into a house. Like,
plus all the money you made over the years.
Plus that.
Or you could have taken
or
that
I could have lost money. I don't know. I mean, granted, you got to upkeep shit, and maybe it would need a new roof. Or I mean, I don't know. Obviously, there's bills and shit like that goes with it. But COVID, who knows if they would have paid? I don't know. Who knows? But I'll never know. I think I would do shit differently, though. Definitely.
I wasn't really friends with you at the time, so I don't really know.
I don't remember why.
I don't either.
Are you sure?
Uh-huh. I came at the tail end when you didn't have that much money left.
I don't know.
I was there right at the beginning.
I was going to say you were there like right before I got it, because I remember you talking all this shit about how I wasn't going to get shit.
Well, you were fucking talking about that check for fucking years, and then it finally came.
It wasn't even a year. The whole process didn't even take a year.
No, ever since your fucking wrist broke, you were like, I'm getting paid. And it was a lot longer than a year. You got in that accident when we were 16, you got that check when we were like 19.
I got it on my 18th birthday, and it was 2010. 2011. I don't know. I have a picture of it in my phone. I have a picture. I could pull up the dates of the accident and then pull up the dates of the check. But that's neither here nor there.
If you had $100,000 right now, what would you spend it on?
I mean, first and foremost, I'd probably build a studio. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what my first move would be. I'd have to strategically think it out, because at the end of the day, why don't I just build a house and build my studio in my house?
You can't build a house for $100,000.
No, but I could get a loan, start with $100,000 and then put a loan against said property and our building that's already half built for more money as collateral.
Yeah, but they're also going to look at your credit.
Oh, that's why, here again, I'd have to do a little bit of research. I mean, motherfucker, you're not going to help me out?
I'm getting dragged into this now?
You don't want to get out of this situation you're in and go into a fucking house where we can have a split studio? It'd be perfect.
Oh, man. It is weird how, like, that, now at my age, if I had $100,000 just right chilling in the bank, I don't think I would, I don't know what I would do.
But then again, I don't know. I've been doing not even research, just seeing a lot of shit about, like, the whole, like, you never go and buy your house first. You buy or do some type of an investment first. Wait for the return on the investment to do what you want. The example I was watching is you don't go buy your house first, you buy rental properties first, and each unit has so much, blah blah blah, and it was like 9 months or whatever the fuck it was to pay off the building. Maybe it wasn't that long, I don't know, whatever it was only so long to pay off the building, and then it had so much extra per month that was stacking up, and by the time it paid itself off, you also had enough money to buy that house while still making money to pay for that house and the building that was getting rented. And like, it was just without a job, like, all you had to do was buy that first property and rent it out and keep it rented out. It's like, damn.
Yeah, right.
The whole point is to have more money coming in that's going out.
Yeah.
At all times.
Yeah.
So,
I think renting is the way. That's what I want to do too. Is get properties, because it's real. It's a physical thing. It's not like stocks and crypto.
Yeah. I was gonna say there was only two different things that he was saying to invest into. I don't remember what one was, but property was the other. Yeah. Real estate, because like there's always a market for it.
Yeah.
You could always do something with something. Whether you get a house and fix it up and resell it for more, or you just wait for the market to go up or down, or do whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Do all types of shit.
Oh. Anyway, what do you... Have you been seeing anything about, like, the Middle East and us pulling out? Have you, like, looked into that at all?
I've just kind of been hearing little things here and there. I want to talk, we always talk about a weird time to be alive. And we're in a time right now that you could D's nuts the Taliban.
It is
I never in my life, like, if you told me 10 years ago, you'll be like, yo, dude, you'll be able to talk to the Taliban. Someone's going to D's nuts, they prank the Taliban. Like, dude I would have never.
It's so weird to me that you cannot say Caitlyn Jenner's name on Twitter, but the Taliban can, like, congregate on Twitter. Like, a known terrorist organization can, like, get together on Twitter and, like...
From what I understand, they did that on purpose for the Taliban to be able to talk. Like, as a line of communication more than anything. Like, because obviously everything was all, from what I hear, like, the second we were pulled out, like, the president ran and, like, they fucking took over the Capitol.
Yeah,
so, like, they gave them Twitter as, like, a way to talk. Like, what do you want, basically? Like, what are your demands or whatever? Yeah, which, here again, makes no... Like, we're the greatest country in the world, and Twitter is the best fucking thing we came up with to give them. And like, I don't know, dude, just, this...
What happened to you don't negotiate with terrorists? Whatever happened to that? Man, I don't know, and that's the whole thing is weird to me, and, like, they, like, instantly pulled out, and now everybody's like, well, I don't think we should pull out. Now the Taliban's like, well, if you don't pull out, drastic bad things are going to happen. And now they have all this military equipment. Just a shit ton of military equipment. We left it there. Like, that's so wild to me that, like, those are our tax dollars. That's what our money goes to. You want me to continue paying taxes? We see, and, like, that's where the fucking put your tinfoil hat on shit goes. Like, I don't know. That stuff's weird. Why would you leave, I would easily say, billions of dollars
they had a number
military
for it.
Equipment.
They had a number. I don't remember what it was.
Was it in a billion?
It was either it was like 435, and it was either million or billion. I don't remember.
That's
either way
insane.
Either way,
as in even $435 million. That's insane.
You could have gave 356 people $1 million. Like,
I don't know.
I mean, granted, that's not a lot of people, but like, fuck, man.
I like, dude. Like, there's people like
It had to have been billion then. It had to have been. I don't know.
That's so much money.
It doesn't even make sense. Like, I don't know. Why don't we reuse this shit? Like, you're just gonna, like, I don't know.
But
make it their problem now. Even if it wasn't usable, like, it's just garbage. So just leave it and it's their problem now. Like, I don't know. Like,
hell no, that shit's all usable.
I understand that. I'm theoretically speaking, if it was all broke, we shot all of it and made it so it was all unusable. It's just their problem now. Like, just leave it there.
And that's the point,
like,
too.
I don't know. Like, that's not gonna piss them off. Like, motherfucker, what do I do with this plane? Like, I don't know. Like, granted, it is usable, but, like, I don't know. Like, just leave it behind.
No, they're probably thinking, like, these dumb Durka motherfuckers don't know how to operate a plane.
No, I don't know.
They figured it out on 9/11.
You don't think someone's not gonna? Yeah, supposedly. I don't know. I don't like to talk about it. It pisses me off. But, like, I don't know. Maybe we should all talk about it.
I think it's a subject that's worth talking about. I think it's a little ridiculous that, like, there's nobody, like, it's kind of like mainstream media isn't even talking about it. Like, everything is COVID again, which I think is ridiculous to begin with. I hope everybody's kind of like, nah, fuck you. We're not closing. We're not doing this. But there's so many companies.
Just today, I went to the grocery store, the Mexican grocery store. They wouldn't let me in without a mask. I just came here yesterday, and I was fine without a mask. Today, we got COVID, huh?
The whole shit.
And I want to argue with them so bad, but, like, I don't know. In the same respect, they're just trying to, like, stay open. You know, like,
it's such. Come wintertime, I think they're gonna try again, because people are gonna get sick. It's fucking wintertime. Everything's open. People get the flu, and, like, the thing that kills me so much is, dude, people are so fucking stupid. They're like, oh, it's the new variant. The new variant. It's a virus. It mutates. That's what they do. The flu has been around for fucking ever because it mutates. The common cold, because it mutates. We're stuck with COVID. End of the day, we're stuck with COVID. You're sick, stay home. That's it. Problem solved.
And like, I don't know, you just kind of, I don't know. I don't know how to test for it because obviously the tests are bullshit. You know, half the time, I don't know if you saw that one Dr. Fuhachi or whatever the fuck this humongous doctor is.
Fauci?
Whatever his name is. I couldn't remember. Dude, he got a whole bunch of the COVID tests. And he was doing fruits and goats and all types of stupid shit.
You're talking about the president of some country in South Africa. Yeah, and they all came back positive.
Yeah, like...
Yeah, no, that's real shit too. That's not like a made up.
I know.
Internet myth. That's real shit.
I know.
No, Doctor.
It's fucked up.
Fauci is like the like. I don't think he's like the Surgeon General, but he's like he was around during the AIDS pandemic, and he fucked people up with that too when he made people take some drug that killed and harmed a lot of people and a whole bunch of shit. And like everybody was like the Wuhan lab thing. Like now it's like an acceptable theory that it came out of there, and you know,
that was the other doctor. Then that's the doctor of whatever I was just saying.
Yeah, Fauci's
he's the one because that was another thing I saw that they're trying to hold him specifically accountable.
Yeah,
because I want to say it was $33 million he invested into that specific lab for the research of
accelerated virus
from
contagion
human
something,
or from animals to human.
Well, and that's and everybody's like, no, they didn't come out of the
regardless.
Wuhan place.
I don't know why you investing into something like that.
I can understand that. So so devil's advocate, you do that so you're prepared for viruses, for stuff like that, because like this coronavirus spreads super quick, and that's what you want. When you mutate it in a lab, you want it to spread quick so you can you fucking, research it. It jumps from thing to thing really quick. But like this laboratory has security problems with it in the past where like they had issues with it like a couple years ago, and like the director and or his wife or some shit died from some random sickness in November of 2019. Just died. Weird, huh? How about that? Yeah, it came to fruition that Fauci and his programs all put money into this, and I want to say Obama.
I don't know. At that point, you should just be killed. You killed 6 million people or 4 million people or whatever. You should just be killed.
Yeah, but
fuck you. You're done.
Again,
sorry.
And then again, you're also trying to play God, and you're trying to do all this shit. And you're playing with shit you don't understand. I don't give a fuck how smart you are. Science is ever changing. We've discussed this many times on the podcast. You're playing with Pandora's box. You're gonna open something you can't fix, just like this. And now the CDC changes guidelines every day. Every fucking state is ran different. Florida, meanwhile, has been no holds bar the entire time. Other places are fucking lockdown. Canada's still on lockdown. Australia, you can't even go to certain places in the store because it's non-essential. It's full lockdown over there. It's so fucking weird. This whole thing is weird. And now we got terrorists taking over fucking countries. And everybody's worried about fucking genitals. I've been saying this. I've been researching the fall of Greece and stuff like that, and Rome, and man, for whatever reason, when empires fall, they start really worrying about really dumb, minuscule fucking things, and one of them was genitalia. Here we are worrying about trans women and men this and women that.
Well, that's what they're trying to go for, though. They're also trying to create a one world government. And you got to have all the governments collapse in order to make them one. You can't.
China will never collapse. China's been a fucking. China could essentially be that one world, but that's a whole. That's a whole dictatorship.
Be the new world order.
Yeah, that doesn't exist in China.
It exists.
Not in China. Nobody.
You watch.
Not in China. China would never. No. China don't give no fucks about anyone else in the rest of the country. They don't fuck around like that.
You don't think that we couldn't take China out?
Fuck no.
Yeah, we could. We'd shit all over China. Them motherfuckers... Never mind.
What? No, what? What kind of racist shit were you going to say? Stop Asian hate.
Nothing.
What? No. Please do say.
We would fuck China up.
They have so much more money than we do.
We spend more on military, hands down, than the top like 5 or 7 countries combined. Fuck you. We'd fuck anyone up. We're
That's
the biggest,
fine.
baddest motherfucker there is. We'll fuck China up all day. Bring them over. I don't care. You got 10 more million people than us. We'll blow them all up too.
I don't think us being out there in like the Middle East is helping anything because we're supporting people that they're supporting the other side, and it's weird, man. Like, we're allies, but
What do you think's gonna happen?
what do you mean? What do you think?
I don't know, in the next 5-10 years. What do you think's gonna happen?
I don't know.
Or in our lifetime, even.
Like a global war, I do think is gonna happen, but not like. I mean, it could end up like men coming on shore, but like it's not how it's gonna be. There's a reason there hasn't been nukes dropped since World War II. It's because there's smarter ways to fight.
There's sneaky cunt ways now.
Yes, exactly.
Lasers and shit.
No, I'm talking more like the internet. You could get on the internet and rile up 20 million people like that.
That too.
And then they take out, it's from the inside out. Dude, it's proven. Like, I want to say there's a country in South Africa that an entire country, like, fell to fucking pieces because of Twitter. Like, that's beyond me that the fucking social media platform can do that. I think the internet's great, but I also think it's the greatest weakness we've ever invented, like, to humans. It's not good. I really don't think you should be able to have that kind of interactive, like, activity with everybody all the time. I don't think it's...
With anyone in the world. It don't matter. You could start talking to anyone if they want to talk to you.
I don't think it's safe. I don't think it's smart. Fuck. We could spark something right now. We could be like, fuck you, Ahmed. Like, go on the internet, go on chat roulette and be like, fuck you, Ahmed. And then Ahmed would be like, oh, these motherfuckers. And go join the Taliban and blow up a fucking building because we fucking said fuck you, Ahmed. Dude, that's it. It's just one spark ignites the whole fucking forest on fire. That's it.
Dude, you never know. It'd be like the Mexican Joker.
Yeah, dude. Mexican Joker.
That's it.
And you know what's crazy to think, too?
Someone, I don't remember who. Hang on, sorry to cut you off, but like they were talking about the Taliban and like how like their Bible teaches them to hate us and this and that and blah blah blah.
The Quran.
And I was kind of like not arguing with them, but like kind of getting into it with them a little bit. Like we go over there and we've been bombing them for how long now and killing them and blah blah blah. Like if someone came into your house, fucking killed your mom and your dad and blah 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 and your sister and left you alive and like fucking bombed the rest of your town and like now you gotta scramble. Like now, why wouldn't you hate us too? Like I don't know. Like you grow up over there and then have all that shit happen to you and you're just trying to mind your own fucking business and grow up or survive and you're eat. Imagine all the problems you have right now on a daily basis. Now throw a war on top of it.
Yeah.
Like dude, I don't know, I would hate us too.
I think a lot of people understand either is the Quran is not, it's not like a revised thing. I mean, it's been revised, but like what it says is what it has said since like fucking the writings of Muhammad and all that shit. Whereas in like the King James version and you know all the versions of the Bible, there's shit that's been taken out to go with the times. That's why I always try to tell religious people, like, if we stuck to what that Bible said 2,000 years ago or whatever, women wouldn't have rights. It would be just like the Quran. Women are property. Men have all the rights. Women are property. Men have all the rights. There are slaves. There's all this shit. Like, that is what the world was like back then. It just hasn't been changed. Like,
it looks a little nicer now.
Yeah. So, like, when people say that, like, no, motherfucker, like, even in Christianity, like, Christianity still fuels hatred. Like, they still have pray away the gay camps. That shit ain't cool, bro. Like, let it the fuck
away the gay.
Let it the fuck go. Dude, I swear to God, I just saw one on fucking Facebook, like a retreat thing. And it was something like, dude.
I've never seen no shit like that.
That's so fucked up, that shit.
I've only
like
ever
that
seen that on, like, TV.
still exists. That's so fucked up. And then you got, like, old ass. Dude, I was just saying this to Kaylee the other day. I was like, dude, I was like, there are like 20 churches in our town. I think the pastors should have to duel to the death to fucking be like the church of the town. I think, first of all, it would make people realize how fucking stupid religion was in the first place. I think a lot of less churches would pop up. That would mean less tax evasion. There's motherfuckers all over the place claiming they're a church for tax evasion. I think it would solve so many problems. So you vote for me.
Just tax them. Tax the churches.
I don't see.
Tax the churches.
I don't see why they never have been. Do you know how much money that would generate? It's insane.
Mm-hmm. It ain't even got to be much. It doesn't even have to be normal like everyone else. Just tax the churches. Even if you only did a certain percentage.
It's a business. People that work there get paid. See, like, do the people that work there get taxed? They have to. I've never asked that before. Does a pastor get income tax? Or is he, like, exempt? You blinked with one fucking eye again.
Did I? That's my tell sign when I fucking daze off. Because I started dazing off and thinking about such, like, memories in my head. Because I don't know. Because I used to be friends with the pastor.
Does the pastor?
I don't know.
Does the pastor get income taxed?
I mean, he's getting taxed one way or another.
Is he though?
When he spends his money.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, but see, I think that's okay. Sales tax, I'm fine with. We're good on sales tax. Don't fucking tax my income. Don't tax me how you get taxed like 9 different ways. What happened to like fucking no representation, no taxation without representation? Like people forgot how this country was formed, and we're just letting them do exactly what the British people did to us, but they're American. Like, fuck those assholes. What we did, the founding fathers literally wrote a bill that said, hey, if these guys are being fucking assholes, overthrow them. Kick them the fuck out. Like, just people don't understand that, like, we do have that power. Like, quit fucking voting for the lesser of two evils. Just, like, we as a people can demand, like, the system is flawed. Let's fix it. We don't have to keep doing this.
That's kind of why I was all right with when they broke into the Capitol and, like, I don't know, people are freaking out and, oh my God, how can them people do that? I don't know. Ends justifies the mean. I wasn't necessarily all right with why they were. But fuck you, like, we will. I don't, motherfucker, like, whatever the purpose is, we, motherfucker, will storm the Capitol.
I agree with that.
Like,
I agree.
You think we're fucking around? Keep fucking around.
I think those people were fucking stupid, and I do think that whole, like, Trump cult thing is super
weird,
fucking weird.
But, like, at the end of the day...
No, that 100%, motherfucker, we can do that.
Keep fucking, that was only the fucking little, this big of how many people there really are. Like, dude, imagine if we got triple that even. Like, we're still only, this big on a grand scale this big. Strength in number, a mob mentality. I don't give a fuck that can work in your favor as well. Martin Luther King, mob mentality. Whether it was peaceful or not, it was a mob. The
Million Man March.
Get some shit done.
And speaking of all that too, like
me and you had this conversation. You have to have a leader, and you got to be willing to get shot.
Yeah,
you got to be willing to die.
100%.
You got to be the leader, and I don't give a fuck. They're gonna kill the leader.
Yeah, you have to.
You got to be willing to die for it.
That's the whole thing with the whole Black Lives Matter thing that I had such an issue with, is because there's this guy is the leader, and he's we're not really saying that, blah blah blah. Like, no, motherfucker. Same thing. Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., like, whatever. They all had a leader. Malcolm X. Fucking, they all had a leader, and they were willing to die for their cause. You have to put a face to the cause, and then you have to get behind that man, and you have to be willing to die, because they fucking will kill you. It's fucking proven. The CIA killed fucking Malcolm X. I don't know if you've ever looked into that shit. Mm-hmm. Bro, Malcolm X got shot in, like, this auditorium, and they had a ballroom dance, like, 12 hours after. They cleaned the scene and had a ballroom dance. Like, there was no investigation. Like, they just killed him. And even towards the end of his life, he was like, it's coming. I know it's coming. His whole thing was weird, though, too, because they wanted him to be violent, because it showed, it made people, like, oh, see, these motherfuckers are violent, and then he started realizing towards the end, he was like, no, we can do this with peace, and then kind of both sides were mad at him. That whole thing was weird. Malcolm X was a weird dude. Very, very powerful human being and a very good speaker, though. But again, he was a leader. Nobody wants to be a leader. Nobody wants to die for this shit anymore. You know why? Because they don't really care. Nobody wants to die for trans rights. Like, come on. Let's be serious. That's the hill you want to die on? No, it's not. No, it's not.
See, I don't know. If I became, I don't even know if I want to say it. I'll get put on a list. Never mind. Not
Buddy,
for the podcast.
Buddy, there's shit we've said on here that if we weren't on lists before, we're on lists already.
I don't know. If I was going out, I'd go out in an important way. I don't know. I'd take out someone important. Fuck you, I'm going out. You're coming with me, motherfucker. You've done a lot of evil shit. Like, I don't know, you gotta go.
And that's just another thing, too, is these people aren't liable. They,
Like the Bloomberg meeting or whatever,
Bilderberg.
100 or 200 of the the world's most important fucking people. We could change some shit by doing that. Fly a plane right into that motherfucker.
Yeah, but
Fuck it, I'm dying in 6 months. I'm terminally ill. Like, we're going out with a boom.
The thing is then it just creates a vacuum. And then...
Figure it out.
Other cesspool filled people just... It's not a snake. You can't just cut the head off and it's dead. It's a hydra. You cut fucking one head off and two grow back. That's the issue with this whole thing. That's why you need a fucking leader. That's why you can't have these fucking Trump people and these Antifa people. They're all fucking retards. Wow, I haven't said that word in a while. They're all fucking stupid. They're just looking for something to fight about and argue about because our lives are so good where we don't have to worry about anything, that we're just looking for something to fight. That's why I always say, like people hold up my fucking parking spot. Ah! This is it. This is what you're willing to throw a perfect day away for. A parking spot?
Not throw it away, but like in the same respect, you have a long day at work. You have a long day at work out in the sun. You fucking get stuck in construction. You get a flat tire. You run out of gas, or do this, or blah blah blah. You have a horrible fucking day. You come home and someone's in your parking spot. Motherfucker, that's the last straw. Like like I don't know, man.
You still have AC in the house to go to. You still have food in that house. You have clean running water. You have soap to clean yourself with. You have a bed to lay on.
And so does that other person. And why do they got to still be in my parking space?
I don't.
It's a different situation for me. I got a designated parking space. I guess it would have to depend on the situation. If now I got to park on the street, now I got to carry all that fucking... If I went to the grocery store, now I got to carry the groceries inside when I could have normally just parked in my parking space like I always do my whole life and carried it in normally.
Carry the groceries.
Granted, it's not the end of the world, but it's something to bitch about, absolutely.
Carry the groceries from the nice, clean food that we get from Walt's.
I mean, if you want to, is this the hill you want to die on?
I'm not dying. I'm just saying, nice
right.
edible food to a refrigerator, not like an ice box or anything like that. A refrigerator that is powered by electricity.
I know dude, you could use that on anything. Then we should never fucking argue about nothing and just leave everything the way that it is.
100%. That is exactly what I'm saying. Why are we bitching?
Just don't even bitch.
Just don't. Why are you bitching? Because life is fucking great. No, I get it. There are things that
you'd have to draw a line at some point.
There are things that suck, and but that's that whole point of that fucking movie. Like, you don't appreciate how great you have it until you realize how bad you could have it. And we'll never know what it was like, or is like in Afghanistan, where this shit's getting bombed. You can go to school today, and the school can get bombed, and you could die.
Yeah.
Never once in my life have I ever been like, I could die at school today. Never once. That shit happens with school shootings now. But your pain and the worst thing that's ever happened to you is the worst thing that's ever happened to you. That's it. So we could sympathize with the people in Afghanistan. We don't know how fucking bad that is. They could come over here.
And every person that lives in Afghanistan had a different experience too.
Yeah.
You know? Your father got taken and mine didn't, or whatever.
Life is weird, man, and it's so subjective, and there's no road. Everybody deals with the same shit. Everybody deals with different shit. And I think we should be sympathetic about that. But
I mean, yeah, even you get,
these
twin brothers that live in the exact same house with the same parents still live two separate lives. You know,
I do. The more and more like I see it, we talked about something with the whole like I'm not playing your game thing, and I was kind of like, well, if it makes them happy, the whole gender identity thing. Like the more and more I see it, it's like you guys are just like, it's almost like you're trying to argue. Like, not you, but like these people that are like, well, I identify as a she, but it's a man. Like, it's kind of like you're just waiting for that person to fuck up so you can correct them. Like, why? Again, this is the hill that you want to die on, dude. This is the thing you want to ruin your whole day. Like, you're going to go home and eat dinner and be like, God damn it, this man called me a she today, and I feel like a man today. That's it. That's what we're gonna fucking
I used to think about shit like that. Like when we used to really fuck with people and shit.
I said that all the time. Like, you know how many families went home and they were like, this fucking kid.
Honey, you'll never guess what happened to me today. I'm like, dude, I don't know. How many conversations do you think we were in or about?
A lot. Easily over 100. A lot.
There was that,
Yep, 100%. That shit came full circle. I've never felt so, like...
Oh, man.
Embarrassed, but, like, laughing at the same time. Like, it took everything in me to be like, that was me. But, like, this woman was, like, really upset about it still. Like, my little daughter was out there. Oh, shit. That's my... Like... That's understandable. You can be upset about that at the dinner table. Like, you had nothing to do with that. You were just an innocent bystander. I don't know.
We have grown. Although, not even it was that bad, but, like, I don't know. The fact that it came full circle, and like you said, she was still, like, I don't know, obviously upset enough about it to say something. Like, to you're just a customer. Like, I don't know. The chances of that specific story coming up.
Never, ever in my life would I think... and that's the thing too, is a lot of people don't understand is like, especially living in a small town, all that shit comes back. All of it does.
Eventually.
It's gonna come back to bite you in the ass.
Eventually.
And a lot of shit has come back to bite me in the ass. There's still people in this town that can't fucking stand me. And it's like, dude, that was 10 years ago. I get it though. There was one girl, I forgot her name. I wanted Katie something or other, and she cut my hair. And she was like, oh, you remember when you went down the hall with Sharpie and you ruined my fucking $70 jeans? I was like, damn, I do remember. I gave her like a $60 tip. And she was like, you didn't have to do that. I ruined your jeans 10 years ago. Like, it is owed to you. Like, I should have gave this to you a long time ago.
I would have done the same thing.
You know, it's...
Yeah, you got me.
Yeah.
You got me. Like, I am not that person anymore.
Yeah, no, and I agree. I've always tried to make amends with shit like that.
And then, like, in the same respect now, like, it's done. It's over with. Like,
yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, here is, you know, like, even though I didn't have to, I did, you know? Like, it's done. It's over with. Like, and, I don't know.
A lot of people don't really consider the whole, like, well, what was he going through at the time? And I get all that. But, like, you have to, like, I don't know. I think about a lot of that shit all the time, and I really beat myself up over it a lot more than I should, because it's in the past.
I used to. I don't know. I've let a lot of shit go. I don't know, man. That's kind of, I don't know. Not that that's why I do a lot of nice stuff, but, like, I don't ever let it go. Like, I was walking through the parking lot, and there was just I was going to Kohl's or whatever. And there was just a random pop can. Like, you could tell someone opened up the door, put down the pop can, and I looked at it, and it's just like either I walk over it or I pick it up and put it in the garbage can that I'm walking past anyway. So I picked up the fucking can and I brought it to the garbage can. And this lady was walking past me. Oh, that was so nice. It's common courtesy that I should have never had to do in the first place. Yeah. You know, but, like, what did it hurt me? It took me literally I didn't even break stride. I grabbed it on the way, you know, like.
I used to, it
took me nothing.
This whole, like, cart thing, you ever, like.
Cart narcs.
No. Like, the whole, like, returning a cart thing to, like, the cart aisle thing, and not just leaving it. Have you ever, like, read anything, like, I think it was, like, a post on Facebook of, like, a man teaching his son, like, a lesson? Like, you returning a cart does no benefit to you. at all.
No, and that's just it. Like, it has no... You don't have to.
No.
You don't have to return that cart. You never have to.
And I just remember...
It's just human decency. Like,
When-
it's, I don't know, kind of self-respect. Almost.
It's respect for other people, because then that someone else has to go track down, especially if it's fucking winter, dude. Like, come on. When it's winter, I work outside. I don't want to fucking be out in winter. Come on, just return the fucking cart.
I have never in my life not returned a cart.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
I try my hardest to carry all my shit out all at once. Fuck you. I don't need a cart. I don't have to return a cart if I don't ever bring one out. You know, like, it never left the store. I will, like, put it, you know, over there, but, like, I always, that's, you know, they have a spot for that if you don't want to bring it outside.
I remember this one time, I was really young. Knuth's was still in the building over there. Mm-hmm. And there was like 4 carts in like the parking lot, and I took them all back up into the store. And I remember like these people like staring at me like, what the fuck is this kid doing? And like this one guy like chuckled, and it always stuck with me, like, why did he laugh at me? And I've always wondered that, like, why did he laugh at me? Like, I wasn't like getting paid for it, but like,
I don't know, maybe he wasn't even laughing at you.
I don't know.
Maybe he was on the phone.
In like
Maybe he thought
93?
maybe he thought of something funny.
No, I don't know. I mean, maybe he wasn't, but I don't know. That always just kind of like, it was weird. Why is everybody staring at me? Like, I don't know. This is the right thing to do. This is what I was taught to do. Like,
I don't know if I would have done all that, but
I don't know, I was young. I just thought that was the right thing to do. Now, yeah, like, I mean, even still, if I see a cart in the fucking parking lot, I do it at the dollar store all the time, motherfuckers. I push that shit back.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't go out of my way to go all the way over, like, to the end of the driveway over there. If I'm parked over here, store's over here, I'm not going to walk this way. If it's in my area, you know, within 10 or 15 steps of me, maybe, yeah, I'll grab it and throw it in there. But
I think it's just a good lesson because it doesn't benefit you, it benefits someone else. And I think the world could do a little bit more with all that. Mm-hmm. Just benefit someone else for once. Do
like,
something.
I don't know, I'm that guy to...
It's absolutely selfless with no reward at all.
Yeah. I need more.
We need to be more selfless. I think it's a good place to end it.
On that note...
Choose your hills you want to die on better. And be less selfless, or be more selfless. And kids in high school, don't Sharpie people's jeans. And if you do, tip them $60, $70 later down the road.
Yeah, wow. That's how you want to end it now?
Perfect.
Cool. Go get